So this is from We Love Anime. This Korean masterpiece is better than 99.9 of manga recommendations. Now, I don't know how I feel about the manga thing because I know it's technically anime but just made in Korea, but they have a particular style and a particular way of how they do things. It seems like it's kind of they don't really I don't know, something about manga stuff seems kind of different. Compared to like anime, traditional anime from Japanese art. Like just the anime, the art styles are this year one, bro. The animes are just like, or the manga are just like different. I think it's just because they're colored majority of the time. I'm not used to seeing like colored manga half the time. I think that's gonna be more popular as time goes by. But like, I'm so used to them being in black and white, so that's probably what makes them different most cases. So this is from We Love Anime with 275,000 subscribers. There's no real introduction and need to bring it up, but I do it anyway. So I'm not a big manga person, but like I don't mind at least trying to give it a try. So let's see.
This Korean masterpiece is better than 99.9% of manga. Alrighty, listen up otakus, I've got another must-read manhwa for you that's better than 99.9% of manga out there. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to a top manhwa recommendation that is truly a cut above the rest. This Korean masterpiece puts 99.9% of manga to shame. It's that good. And trust me, this is a manhwa that you're going to want to add to your reading list ASAP. Be sure to subscribe and like for more top 10 manhwa recommendations.
I think what the problem with for me when it comes to manga like art styles, they feel very. I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful manner, but they come off very. Based on what we're looking at here, it comes off very AI looking. I don't know if anyone felt that way too, but it just kind of feels kind of AI ish. It has that AI feel to me. Like they all look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like if you put something like Fooly Cooly against something like uh 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 I don't know, Doctor Stone or like Berserk to Dragon Ball, you know, the art styles are very different, but they have that anime aesthetic. But with this, it has the anime aesthetic, but they all look exactly the same or super realistic for some odd reason. Um, it's just weird. Calm down, Ari.
And also, Happy New Year to you all! At 10, we have The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life, the story of Jung Hyuk, a powerful demon overlord who gets reincarnated into the bumbling aristocrat, Roman. With his godly abilities, Roman is ready to shake up the entire continent of Salamander. But this manhwa isn't just about overpowered antics, it has an incredibly well-developed cast that you will love, even the side characters. And the novel version? Absolute perfection. No female lead in sight, just pure bromance and adventure. Trust me, you will not find a
Hmm.
more entertaining, funny, and thrilling manhwa than this one. The story builds up Roman's personality and his band of loyal companions as they face bigger challenges. It's a must-read for any manhwa fan looking for some fresh and unique reincarnation manhwa. At 9, we've got The Boxer, the story of a legendary boxing coach on the hunt for the ultimate prodigy, and he thinks he's found it in you, a seemingly apathetic teenager with an uncanny talent for the sport. This manhwa starts off by introducing us to a real piece of work, a talented but arrogant boxer who's basically a sadistic bully. Then we meet the underdog, a young man trying to follow in his father's footsteps and become a boxer himself. And then there's Yu, a complete boxing prodigy who has zero interest in the sport. When the coach first sees him, he notes that Yu looks bored of waiting for the punches. That's how effortless fighting seems to come to him. The art may be average, but the character designs are wonderfully creepy. And the story just sucks you in, building up the tension as Yu gets Pull deeper into the world of competitive boxing. Trust me, this is a manhwa you won't be able to put down. At number 8 on my list, we have Windbreaker, the story of Jay, the student council president of Sunny High, who also happens to be an absolute beast on a motorcycle.
Wait. Oh, that's gonna cause so much. That's gonna cause a lot of confusion. That's gonna cause massive confusion on that name alone. Windbreaker. I thought he was talking about the anime, like the one that came out just recently with the two colored haired protagonists with Sakura.
This manhwa takes you on a Jay's biker adventure where you'll meet his friends and his love interest and get a front row seat to some seriously intense races. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another generic bike racing manga?
Nah, it's a racing anime. Or racing manga. Saying anime. It's a racing manga, per se.
Exciting. But trust me, this one's anything but generic. The level of depth and care put into the world building and characters is genuinely masterful. From the detailed bike terminology to the wonderfully complex ensemble cast, every single element is crafted.
Oh, this is riding a bike? Oh, this is about riding bikes. Wow, that feels so...
with such skill. The women in this manhwa are especially fantastic. They're allowed to be feminine, confident, and strong in their own unique ways.
Bro, bro knows, he knows that. He said feminine and strong in their own way. I wonder what they mean by that. I wonder what that means. He knows this is not for the modern audience. Let's go. This video has brought you by Factor. If you like to eat healthy and start your new year off with a bang, try Factor. Factor is right over my head. Link in bio or link a QR code over my head. We have only 6 slots and we only need 3 more to fill up the 6 slots. If the last people to take takes the 6 slots will be able to get 50% off their purchase on Factor. Factor is pretty much like HelloFresh, but healthier food that comes to your door. If you work remote or you just want to try some food or get some food made for you, or you can cook yourself, try it now on Factor. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring this stream. Will be a video. Ha ha ha.
You're gonna fall in love with the characters like Shelly and Mina, maybe just as much as I did. So if you're craving a manhwa that's equal parts thrilling, heartfelt, and educational, you have to check out Windbreaker. It's an absolute must-read. I promise. At 7 on my list, we have The World After the End, a completely fresh take on the whole Tower of Awakened Being genre. This one's got a devastated world, mysterious towers that summon terrifying monsters, and a stubborn protagonist named Jaewon, who decides to fight for the original timeline instead of running away. The story is so original and emotionally compelling, branching off into multiple genres while still maintaining a unique identity. And the artwork? Absolutely stunning. The shading, colors, and character designs are all top tier. Every character, from the MC to the villains, has a deeply explored backstory.
I think the biggest problem I have with manhwa artwork is like everything is so colored, like everything looks so plasticky. If you get what I'm saying, like there's no real texture. It's just everything's like perfectly shaded and it feels like a plastic version of what I'm getting. If you get what I'm saying, like every try to color, you shade everything and all that stuff and it just looks plastic. There's no sense of texture. That's what it feels like to me when I look at it sometimes.
Really makes you invested in their journeys. The decisions they make are what truly define their personalities, and it all comes together for one epic,
like it looks very synthetic, if that's right,
genre-bending adventure. If you're looking for a manhwa that's unlike anything else out there, with a mind-blowing story, jaw-dropping visuals, and a cast of characters that you'll love, you have to check out The World After the End. Trust me, this one is an absolute must-read. At 6, we've got Return of the Mount Hua Sect, the story of Chongmyong, a legendary warrior from ancient China who finds himself awakening 100 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even Solo Leveling has the same art style. Like they all look the same, right? They look like you can like I said. It's like if you put Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho, you take Yu Yu Hakusho and put it next to like Bleach, and you take Bleach and put it next to My Hero Academia. Take My Hero Academia next to like Fooly Cooly or something. They look drastically different from each other, but they have that anime feel, that anime aesthetic. When I look at manga, they all look the same in like major, like in all art styles look very similar or exactly the same. So the point that they look pretty AI or like very basic looking to me, to a certain degree. It doesn't even look original. It looks like they all look like they're all from Solo Leveling, to be honest.
In the future. His last memories are of a brutal battle against the evil
And like I kind of have this feeling towards the men, specifically how they're drawn. Like I call it like the Ruby effect from Ruby, the 3D anime show that was made by Rooster Teeth. Have you noticed that when you look at all the men, they all look the same, but all the women feel diverse in their own way? Not even based on clothes, they just felt diverse amongst the women compared to the men. All the men look like NPCs from like Genshin Impact. Like every Genshin Impact NPC male look exactly the same but slightly different by like uh hair color, facial, and then just clothing. That's it. That's pretty much it. All the girls always seem to be different. Most cases, it's weird.
Ma, leader of the demonic cult that nearly wiped out the 10 great sects. Now, Chongmyong is back, and he's on a mission to restore his beloved Mount Hua sect to its former glory. But let me tell you, this guy is no ordinary hero. He might come off as a bit of an idiot, but he's actually a total mastermind when it comes to scheming and strategy.
So like Goku.
Be constantly blown away by how intelligent and capable he is. The art is gorgeous, the fight scenes are thrilling, and the characters, especially our arrogant but lovable protagonist, are an absolute joy to follow. Sure, the pacing can
Bro, you look like a Demon Slayer character. I'm not even gonna lie, you look like you're from Demon Slayer. I would assume this was like Kabuchi, what his name is.
get a little draggy at times, but trust me bro, Return of the Mount Hua sect is still a manga you won't want to miss. At
Yep.
5, we've got The Great Mage Returns after 4,000 years, the story of Lucas Troman, the greatest archmage in history who was condemned to spend eternity losing his mind. But 4,000 years later, he's back and possessing the body of Frey Blake, the weakest and most untalented student at a prestigious West Road Academy for mages. Now, I know what you're thinking, another generic reincarnation story? How boring. But trust me, this one is anything but generic. The plot is super unique, with Lucas realizing the world of magic has barely progressed in all this time. Could this be the work of the demigod who imprisoned him? The story keeps you on the edge of your seat as Lucas fights to remain his former power and seek his revenge. Sure, the side character Isabel can be a little bit cliched at times. The art also really steps up as the story progresses, and the emotional moments hit you right in the feels. If you're craving a manhwa that's equal parts thrilling, funny, and heartfelt, The Great Mage Returns after 4,000 years is a must-read. Trust me when I say this one will blow you away. At number 4, we've got Elicid, the story of Jiwoo, a kind-hearted young man with super fast cat-like reflexes, and Kaden, a secret agent turned into a rather chubby feline. Together, these two unlikely allies use their unique abilities to fight evil and make the world a better place. The story is absolutely excellent, with the author seamlessly weaving in brilliant world-building elements that leave you hungry for more. Jiwoo is such a lovable protagonist. He's innocent, adaptable, and has the most heartwarming personality. Meanwhile, Kaden's sarcastic, protective nature as Jiwoo's mentor is the perfect yin to the protagonist's yang. The artwork is top-notch, with detailed fight scenes and a color palette that perfectly captures the story's wholesome, feel-good vibes. This is the kind of manhwa that just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Honestly, Eliseed is one of the best ongoing action/school comics I've come across, and trust me, it is a manhwa masterpiece. At 3 on my list, we've got Nanomachine, a manhwa that blends cutting-edge nanotechnology with the intense world of martial arts. The story follows Yu-un, a young man who's competing to become a minor priest at the prestigious Mashin Academy. But this isn't your typical academy story. Yu-un has a secret weapon up his sleeve, a mysterious nanomachine injection from a future descendant. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Isn't that cheating?
Nanomachines? Huh, how innovative. But trust me, this manhwa pulls it off in the most thrilling way. The world building is fantastic. The fight scenes are jaw-dropping, and the protagonist's journey is full of surprises around every corner. Sure, Yu-un himself can be a bit creepy at times as he ruthlessly pursues his goals, and the lack of a truly
Creepy? Why the fuck would be creepy? What does he do?
dominant female character is a bit disappointing, but overall, Nanomachine is a manhwa that grabs you from the start and just keeps getting better. If you're craving an action-packed, high-tech martial arts adventure, you have to check out Nanomachine. At 2 on my list, we've got Gosu, a manhwa that blends intense martial arts, compelling storytelling, and just the right amount of comedy. The story follows Gang Yong, a seemingly chubby dumpling delivery boy who's actually a master of martial arts, out to avenge the death of his mentor. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Another revenge story? Bruh, how original. But trust me, Gosu sets itself apart with its unique approach. It's not just about the protagonist's quest for vengeance, it's also about the incredible side characters and their own captivating stories. The fight scenes are absolutely breathtaking, with a level of choreography and raw power that will leave you on the edge of your seat. And despite the protagonist being a little bit on the bland side, the story's pacing and character development are so well executed, you just can't help but get invested. If you're craving a manhwa that seamlessly blends edge-of-your-seat action, a compelling narrative, and just the right amount of comedy, you have to check out Gosu. It's a manhwa masterpiece that you'll be hooked from the start to finish. This manhwa is proof that the Koreans are putting the Japanese manga world to shame. Number 1 in my recommendation list is the epic series Tower of God. It follows a young boy named Bam who enters a mysterious tower in search of his long-lost friend Rachel. But he soon discovers that the tower is full of deadly challenges and fierce competitors, all vying to reach the top and claim the ultimate prize: power, glory, and anything their heart desires. Oh boy. What makes Tower of God so special is the incredible and intricate storytelling, the remarkably well-developed characters, and the jaw-dropping art that just keeps on getting better. This manhwa has
I don't know, I've been hearing complaints that the anime season 2 has looked like crap. It feels, I think they said they had a new studio working on, like they said they're working on the recent one for the anime and people are not happy how the art style looks. I don't think it was about the story, I think it was just the art style alone, because a new studio was animating it instead of the old one, I think, if I remember right. And it didn't have the same look as the original one from the season 1, I think. And I think that pissed off a lot of fans.
no filler,
I think they say it looks too generic looking.
no dull moments. It's a non-stop thrill ride from start to finish. Trust me, once you start reading, you will not be able to put it down. Alright folks, that's a wrap on my top manhwa recommendations, the legendary Tower of God. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little obsessed with this series, and for good reason. It's just that darn good, so what are you waiting for? Trust me, once you start reading, you won't be able to stop. And if you do end up loving it as much as I do, be sure to let me know. Thanks for watching today's video, and if you want more top-tier manhwa recommendations, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. I'll keep them coming. Until next time, happy reading.
Hold on. Alright, so that was we love anime. Like, subscribe, share, follow, and comment. I hope you guys enjoy this. My great stuff. This video has been sponsored. Well, this stream was sponsored by Factor 75. If you guys enjoy what you see, please hit the QR code that's over my head if you're watching this from the mobile, or if you're watching this on either Twitch or the YouTube video that will be of this video. Link in the bio at the bottom or description, and then you can get your 50% off. They only have 6 slots, and 3 of them are filled up, so we only have 3 left. So to be the first or last 3 people to use my code or click the link with my code baked in, and then you get 50% off your purchase. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Factor 75. For those who don't know what Factor 75 is, or Factor, it's pretty much like HelloFresh, but with more healthier foods that give you more options of what you want to get, and that is delivered to your door. So give it a try and all that great stuff. I appreciate it. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.